TLC's OutDaughtered family could be expanding again soon. TLC's OutDaughtered has always been a show about more than just numbers. From the moment viewers were introduced to Adam and Danielle Busby and their growing family, the series became a heartfelt look into parenting, marriage, faith, stress, laughter, and the unexpected turns of real life. Over the years, fans have watched the Busbys navigate sleepless nights, medical scares, school milestones, business ventures, and the unique chaos that comes with raising 6 daughters under one roof. Now, once again, the internet is buzzing with a question that feels both familiar and exciting. Could the OutDaughtered family be expanding again soon? For longtime fans, this question brings back memories of the emotional journey that first brought the Busbys into the public eye. When Danielle became pregnant with Quintuplets after already welcoming their first daughter, Blake, it was a life-altering moment that changed everything. The arrival of Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Riley, and Parker turned the Busby household into a whirlwind of diapers, feedings, and doctor visits almost overnight. The show captured those early years with honesty, showing not just the adorable moments, but also the exhaustion, fear, and overwhelming responsibility that came with raising 6 young children at once. As the years passed, viewers watched the girls grow from tiny babies into energetic toddlers, then into confident school-age kids with distinct personalities. Blake grew into her role as the big sister, often helping out and showing maturity beyond her years. The Quints developed their own interests, strengths, and challenges, and fans became deeply invested in each child's journey. Through it all, Adam and Danielle worked to keep their marriage strong, maintain some sense of normalcy, and protect their family while sharing their lives on television. Because of that deep emotional connection, any hint of change in the Busby family instantly grabs attention. Recently, speculation about the family possibly expanding again has started circulating among fans, fueled by subtle comments, social media posts, and interviews that have left room for interpretation. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the idea alone has sparked widespread discussion and excitement. The possibility of adding another child to an already busy household naturally raises many questions. Fans wonder whether Adam and Danielle would even consider having another baby after everything they have been through. Raising 6 daughters is no small task, especially as the girls get older and their schedules become more demanding. School activities, sports, friendships, and individual needs require constant attention and energy. Adding another child would mean starting over in many ways, returning to sleepless nights and the intense demands of infancy. At the same time, OutDaughtered has always shown that the Busbys are not afraid of challenges. Danielle, in particular, has spoken openly about her love for motherhood, even when it feels overwhelming. She has shared both the joys and the struggles, from balancing work and family life to dealing with health issues that have affected her energy and well-being. Adam has also been transparent about his own mental health journey, discussing anxiety and the pressure that comes with providing for such a large family while living in the public eye. These honest conversations are part of what makes the show resonate so deeply with viewers. Fans don't just see a picture-perfect family. They see real people facing real problems and working through them together. That authenticity is why the idea of the family expanding again feels so emotional for so many people. It's not just about adding another child. It's about how such a decision would impact everyone involved. In past seasons, Adam and Danielle have addressed the topic of having more children in a thoughtful and realistic way. They have acknowledged that while they love kids, they also understand their limits. Health concerns, emotional well-being, and the needs of their existing children have always been central to their decision-making. Danielle has previously spoken about the physical toll pregnancy took on her body, especially with the high-risk quintuplet pregnancy. Those experiences are not easily forgotten, and they naturally play a role in any future family planning discussions. Still, life has a way of surprising people, and the Busbys are no exception. Fans have noticed moments where the couple reflects on how quickly time is passing and how fast the girls are growing up. Those reflections often come with a sense of nostalgia, a longing for the days when the house was filled with baby giggles and tiny milestones. For many parents, that feeling can spark conversations about whether their family truly feels complete. Social media has only added fuel to the speculation. A simple caption, a family photo, or an offhand comment can quickly turn into a full-blown rumor. Followers analyze everything from clothing choices to emojis, searching for clues that might suggest a big announcement is coming. While some of this speculation is harmless fun, it also highlights how invested fans have become in the Busbys' lives. It's important to remember that being in the public eye comes with its own challenges. Adam and Danielle have worked hard to set boundaries, deciding what parts of their lives to share and what to keep private. Any decision about expanding their family would be deeply personal, and they have every right to take their time and share news only when they feel ready. The pressure from fans and media can be intense, especially when expectations and assumptions start to take on a life of their own. If the Busbys were to expand their family again, it would undoubtedly bring a new chapter to OutDaughtered. Viewers would see the girls adjusting to a new sibling, each reacting in their own unique way. Blake, now much older, might take on an even more active role, while the Quints could experience a mix of excitement, curiosity, and jealousy, emotions that are completely normal when a new baby enters the family. The dynamics of the household would shift, just as they have with every major milestone over the years. Cameras would capture the learning curve, the laughter, the tears, and the moments of doubt that come with any big life change. For fans who have grown alongside the Busbys, this evolution would feel like a continuation of a shared journey rather than a sudden twist. However, even if the family does not expand in the way some fans expect, that doesn't mean there isn't growth happening. Expansion doesn't always mean adding another baby. It can also mean personal growth, new opportunities, and deeper connections within the existing family. As the girls mature, they are developing their own identities, passions, and voices. Watching them navigate friendships, school challenges, and self-confidence is a powerful form of growth in itself. Danielle's business ventures and Adam's professional projects also represent expansion in a different sense. Balancing entrepreneurship with parenting has been a recurring theme on the show, and it reflects the reality many families face. Their willingness to pursue goals while prioritizing their children sends an important message about resilience and adaptability. The future of OutDaughtered will likely continue to focus on these evolving stories, whether or not a new baby is part of the picture. The show has always been about family, not just in terms of size, but in terms of connection, support, and love. That core message remains strong, regardless of how many people sit around the dinner table. Fans will continue to speculate, hope, and wonder, because that's what happens when a show creates such a deep emotional bond with its audience. The Busbys have invited viewers into their lives in a way that feels genuine, and that invitation naturally leads to curiosity about what comes next. Whether the family expands again soon or simply continues to grow in new and unexpected ways, one thing is certain: their story is far from over. As Adam and Danielle look toward the future, they carry with them the lessons of the past. They know the joy that children bring, but they also understand the responsibility and sacrifice involved. Any decision they make will be rooted in love, careful consideration, and what they believe is best for their family as a whole. For now, all anyone can do is wait and watch. OutDaughtered has never been about rushing through life's moments. It's about experiencing them fully, even when they're messy or uncertain. If the Busby family is indeed expanding again soon, fans can expect the same honesty, warmth, and real-life emotion that has defined the show from the very beginning. And if not, viewers will still be there, cheering on the family they've come to know and love, eager to see where the next chapter leads. OutDaughtered Season 9 debuts. Danielle battles autoimmune disease. When OutDaughtered returned for Season 9, longtime viewers immediately sensed that this chapter of the Busby family story would feel different. While the familiar chaos, laughter, and love of raising 6 daughters remained at the heart of the show, there was a deeper, more serious layer woven throughout the season. For the first time since the series began, Danielle Busby stepped into the spotlight not just as a mother of 6, a business owner, or a reality TV star, but as a woman confronting unexplained health struggles that would eventually lead to a life-changing autoimmune diagnosis. Season 9 did not rely on dramatic twists or manufactured tension. Instead, it presented something far more real and relatable: uncertainty. Danielle's journey through confusing symptoms, medical appointments, and emotional exhaustion became one of the most powerful storylines OutDaughtered has ever told. It reminded audiences that even families who seem joyful and strong on the outside can be facing invisible battles behind closed doors. From the opening episodes, it was clear that Danielle was not feeling like herself. She appeared more fatigued than usual, often pushing through pain while still trying to maintain her role as the anchor of the family. As a mother of 6 girls, including the first all-girl quintuplets in the United States, Danielle had always been known for her energy and organization. Seeing her struggle with everyday tasks was unsettling not only for viewers, but also for her husband Adam and their daughters. Throughout Season 9, Danielle openly discussed symptoms that were difficult to explain and even harder to live with. She spoke about nerve pain, muscle weakness, chronic fatigue, and moments when her body simply would not cooperate with her mind. These were not short-term issues that resolved with rest. Instead, they lingered, worsened, and disrupted her ability to function normally. What made Danielle's experience especially challenging was the lack of immediate answers. Doctor visits became frequent, yet clarity remained elusive. Tests were ordered, results were reviewed, and follow-up appointments were scheduled, but nothing provided a clear explanation for what was happening to her body. This period of uncertainty became one of the most emotionally draining aspects of her journey. Season 9 captured the frustration that comes with not being believed by your own body. Danielle often expressed how difficult it was to describe her pain when there was no visible injury. She looked healthy on the outside, yet inside, she was struggling in ways that could not be easily measured or seen. For many viewers, especially those living with chronic illness, this part of the season felt deeply validating. Adam Busby played a crucial role during this time, offering steady support even as he grappled with his own fears. As Danielle's partner, he watched the woman he loved become increasingly worn down by something he could not fix. Season 9 showed Adam stepping up in new ways, balancing work, parenting, and emotional support while trying to remain strong for their daughters. The Busby girls, though young, also sensed that something was wrong. Danielle often spoke about the guilt she felt when her illness prevented her from being fully present. Whether it was missing activities, needing extra rest, or simply lacking the energy she once had, Danielle struggled with the emotional weight of feeling like she was letting her family down. One of the most impactful elements of Season 9 was how openly Danielle discussed her mental and emotional state. Rather than presenting herself as endlessly strong, she allowed viewers to see her vulnerability. She talked about anxiety, fear, and the emotional toll of not knowing what the future might look like. These moments added depth to the show and shifted it from lighthearted reality entertainment into something far more meaningful. As the season progressed, the possibility of an autoimmune disease began to emerge. Doctors explained that autoimmune conditions can be difficult to diagnose because symptoms often overlap with other illnesses. They can affect multiple systems in the body and fluctuate over time, making them especially hard to pinpoint. Danielle's journey highlighted the reality that many people with autoimmune diseases face long diagnostic paths. There is rarely a single test that provides immediate answers. Instead, diagnosis often involves ruling out conditions one by one, a process that can take months or even years. Season 9 showed Danielle undergoing neurological testing and consulting specialists in hopes of finding clarity. Each appointment came with a mixture of hope and fear. Hope that answers were finally within reach, and fear of what those answers might mean for her future. When Danielle eventually confirmed that she was battling an autoimmune disease, it marked a turning point in the season. While the diagnosis brought relief by validating her experiences, it also introduced a new reality. Autoimmune diseases often have no cure, only management. This meant Danielle would need to adapt her lifestyle, prioritize her health, and accept limitations she never expected to face. Rather than presenting the diagnosis as a dramatic climax, OutDaughtered handled it with care and honesty. Danielle spoke candidly about the grief that comes with chronic illness. Grief for the version of yourself you used to be, and fear of the unknown path ahead. These conversations resonated deeply with viewers who have faced similar journeys. Season 9 also highlighted the importance of advocacy. Danielle learned to speak up for herself in medical settings, to trust her instincts, and to push for answers even when it felt uncomfortable. This message became one of the season's most empowering themes, especially for women who often feel dismissed when describing chronic symptoms. Despite the seriousness of Danielle's health struggles, Season 9 did not lose the warmth and humor that fans love. The Busby girls continued to bring laughter and light to every episode. Their curiosity, honesty, and affection served as a reminder of why Danielle was fighting so hard to find stability and healing. Family moments took on new meaning throughout the season. Simple activities became victories. Rest was no longer viewed as weakness, but as necessity. The Busbys adjusted their routines, demonstrating that strength sometimes means slowing down rather than pushing through. Adam and Danielle's relationship also evolved in meaningful ways. Season 9 portrayed honest conversations about fear, responsibility, and partnership. Adam openly acknowledged the pressure he felt as Danielle's health changed, while Danielle expressed gratitude for his unwavering support. Their marriage was shown not as perfect, but as resilient. Viewers also saw Danielle explore treatment options and lifestyle changes aimed at managing her condition. While the show avoided medical specifics, it emphasized the importance of balance, stress management, and listening to one's body. Danielle became more intentional about rest, boundaries, and prioritizing her health without guilt. One of the most powerful aspects of Season 9 was how it normalized chronic illness within a family setting. Rather than isolating Danielle's experience, the show illustrated how illness affects everyone in the household. The Busby girls learned empathy and adaptability, while Adam learned new ways to support without trying to control the situation. Season 9 also sparked important conversations among viewers. Many fans shared their own stories of autoimmune disease, chronic pain, and long diagnostic journeys. Danielle's openness created a sense of community, reminding people that they are not alone in their struggles. By the end of the season, it was clear that OutDaughtered had entered a new phase. The show was no longer just about the challenges of raising multiples, but about navigating life's unexpected hardships with honesty and grace. Danielle's journey redefined what strength looks like, showing that vulnerability can be just as powerful as perseverance. Season 9 did not offer a neatly wrapped resolution because chronic illness rarely does. Instead, it offered something far more realistic: acceptance, adaptation, and hope. Danielle did not claim to have all the answers, but she demonstrated resilience in the face of uncertainty. As fans look back on Season 9, it stands out as one of the most emotionally impactful chapters in the series. Danielle Busby's battle with autoimmune disease transformed OutDaughtered into a platform for awareness, empathy, and real-life storytelling. It reminded viewers that behind the smiles and family photos are real people facing real challenges. Ultimately, Season 9 was not just about illness. It was about love, support, and the strength found in facing life together. Danielle's journey continues, but her willingness to share it has already made a lasting difference for countless viewers who saw their own struggles reflected in her story. Learning to share isn't easy in this exclusive OutDaughtered clip. Adam and Danielle Busby have a new challenge to face every week on OutDaughtered. They have to navigate the difficulties that come with every milestone, though they get to reap the rewards too. First, they made the jump to big girl beds, then tried to figure out the rules of potty training. Now the Busby Quints are learning to share in this exclusive OutDaughtered clip, and it's not going to be an easy lesson. OutDaughtered airs Tuesdays on TLC, and every Quint for herself tries to address the constant squabbling between the littlest Busby kids. The clip begins with Danielle trying to extricate a scooter from two fighting sisters, neither of whom want to give up their toy. Danielle tries to calm the frustrated toddlers to no avail, then reveals in a confessional segment why sharing became a much more pressing issue all of a sudden. After the girls' epic disaster of meltdowns over at the Children's Museum, it's clear to us that we've got to teach these girls how to share, Danielle says. Then she explains how they're going to go about it. So, I found this teaching exercise online. They each get 2 minutes with the toy, and then after 2 minutes they have to give the toy up and share with their sisters. Outside the Busbys' home, the Quints are playing with a variety of toys, from scooters to tricycles to wagons. Danielle lets them know what the rules will be with a helpful visual aid, so they can understand the passage of time. She hands oldest daughter Blake a large hourglass that will mark each 2-minute increment that the Quints get with each toy. At first it all goes well, with each girl happily playing as the sands trickle down. However, when Blake and Danielle call times up and instruct them to trade, the situation gets a little stickier. Hazel dutifully hops off her tricycle, though she loses one pink rain boot in the process, while one of her sisters comes over to claim it. But the transition isn't so easy when another of the girls runs over to Riley on her scooter and asks if she can try. Riley gives a resounding no before zooming off again, even though Danielle reminds her that she's supposed to be sharing. Blake attempts to intervene by removing Riley's hands from the handlebars and then physically lifting her off the scooter, but Riley won't give up without a struggle. Danielle remains hopeful though, remarking in the confessional, "It's clear that Riley is not getting the idea of the timer. But if we get the other ones on board, then